Is there another Part D plan available? Nope, this is the one through the town. Like I said, rich, good benefit for you. You're eligible to join because you are a retiree, spouse, surviving spouse. You have Medicare A and B through eligibility or disability, so you're able to be on this plan. Also, getting your prescription drug coverage, we'll talk about the ways and means that you can do that, whether it be through the retail pharmacy or through it be the mail order service. And I know some of you like mail order, some of you don't, some of you like the local pharmacy, some of you don't. It really is case specific. Now, like I said, don't yell out any private personal questions about drugs yet, and when we get into the drug listing booklet, that's when questions will be generated for you, but we will be here after the session to talk about how to transition you. And like I said, I don't go away after today. You have me. It's like I haunt you. So I'll be around to help with any questions, and also Jen in the town knows how to get in touch with the folks from Blue Cross and Maya who are here today. So we're not going to leave you high and dry if we haven't answered something today. And I know some of you had questions before we start. Now, when we talk about supplies and months of supplies, some of you only get 30 days because sometimes a drug might only be filled for 30 days. Some of you like to get 90 days, depending on whether or not you go to the retail or mail order service. What if a drug costs less than the copay? So these copays we'll talk about in a minute will be roughly $10, $20, or $35. But has anyone ever filled like a Z-Pack, a penicillin, amoxicillin, and gone and paid $6.27? Would that still be the case on this plan? I see some nods of yes. Yes, absolutely. So it's the lower cost or the copayment. That's true for what you're doing today. And obviously in the state of Massachusetts, it's a generic state. They have to prescribe generic unless you can't tolerate generic, or it says no substitution. So we'll talk a little bit about that as we go through it. You've heard about Part B as in boy, right? Everybody has a Part B premium. Where'd Jen go? Behind me. I believe the town of Saugus is reimbursing for the Part B premium. 60%. Wow. Do you know how many communities I know who reimburse for the Part B premium? One other in the state of Massachusetts, the Commonwealth, that I've worked with. So that's excellent. So that's helpful, and then in addition to the premium. But when you hear of Part B, it's typically on the medical side. Part D is on the drug side. The only time where those worlds really collide is you don't need to raise your hand because it might be televised, but I'm imagining I might have a few diabetics in the room. Just a few, okay? It happens. It's kind of prevalent in this country right now. You folks often live in a B versus D world because you get your supplies under your medical benefit and your drug under your D benefit. I know there's some questions in the back, but we can hear you a little bit on some feedback on the mic, so I just want to caution you on that. The drug formulary. You folks are accustomed to a drug formulary already. It's a fancy word for a list of covered drugs that we'll be giving out in a few moments to you. That formulary looks a little different from different plans to different carriers, etc. So that, to me, if you say, Monica, what's the impact I'm going to feel on the prescription drug component? I'm going to say lower copays, if I'm not mistaken, a good premium, so that's two good things. Gentlemen, sorry, it's a little difficult, a little feedback on the mic with the conversation. So good premium,